my name is Helena Salazar, and this is my nonprofit servant leader profile. As a servant leader, we know there's 10 principles of servant leadership, which is empathy, listening, awareness, healing, precautions, foresight, conception, building community, commitment to the growth of people, and stewardship. Servant leadership and your organization's success has to do a lot in order for an organization to be successful. I went ahead and picked the organization Doctors Without Borders. I'm into the medical field, so this really goes to my interest. Doctors Without Borders, it provides medical aid when there's a need of the most. We see them a lot during many of the hurricanes or disasters that our nature causes. It's an independent, neutral, and impartial organization. The four principles of servant leadership that I found within this organization was foresight, healing, and building community, and stewardship. Foresighting. For the scope and scape of your work, give us a unique access to disease, data, and reality of delivering care in extreme situations. This is what the organization does. This is information that obtained by the Doctors Without Borders helps us to improve the way of medical practices are performing within the program. By viewing what's going on, we can predict a little bit more what's the future is providing. Sharing this information with other organizations as well, the research that they collect during every search or every help they go out there, they could also improve medical practices in other organizations. The ability to anticipate outcomes helps servant leaderships understand experience from the past, assess the present, and look into the future foresees likely to result of the decision. Healing. This is very important as a medical provider. We have that medical need of healing people, but often, and we don't realize that often in places in the role of a healer, people and groups, organizations, we do a little bit more. Doctors Without Borders delivers emergency medical aid for those who are in need. That is the first thing to do. Without realizing, sometimes we do a little bit more than just the injuries and physical of what we see of the patient. Doctors Without Borders hits headlines within the emergency domains within the news, such as earthquakes, tsunamis, or war, but we constantly respond to the urgent humanitarian needs, from disaster response to long-term medical problems. They have many medical problems that help these individuals to go ahead and heal within the process of the disaster they have gone through. Leaders with these characteristics are perceptive, anticipated, and proactive. This is what's an amazing thing. Sometimes we add actions to heal just that one person, what we physically see, but we don't realize that sometimes we're actually helping them actually heal emotionally and mentally as well. Building community. There are times in which a disaster can be predicted, but there's other times it happens really quick. We just never know. That is what a disaster is. A struggle to get over that disaster is difficult, especially when clean water and supplies are not available. It is amazing the programs that Doctors Without Borders has for these people able to give these services after even the emergency has occurred. After emergencies, it can be difficult for people to have access to healthcare due to the struggle that even the city or the location where they are still kind of recovering through the nature of a disaster. In these cases, Doctors Without Borders, or MSF, work to give people access to healthcare, which is amazing. And it tackles diseases which is in the need of long-term treatments, such as AIDS, HIV, TB, tuberculosis, or neglected tropical diseases like sleeping sickness that they have found. MSF survives the society and builds a better future for the people. Yes, at that moment they're going through a disaster and they went ahead and give the help, but they also worried about building that community strong again in order for them to rise up and be a better community. Stewardship. MSF respects the patient's dignity, including the respect of the culture and religious beliefs, to provide the best medical care possible to all patients. We understand that Doctors Without Borders means that they don't have no borders to anywhere. They're all over the country, all over the world, which they also go with many expectations of many other different cultures and religions that we are not aware of, which in their purpose, they respect everybody's decision and is there to serve those people. An independent global and movement providing medical aid where it's needed, following the medical ethics. That is the big thing in medical world. As we carry out this work, we are guided to the rules of medical ethics, practically to the duty to provide care without harming the individuals or groups of these cultures. My own organization principles. I believe that my company will probably be a great asset of the principles of Starship. It will analyze the decision and the strategy, aligning them to the principles of autism. Servant leadership is being known that are kind of more centered to the people and take care of. Starship should replace leadership. That's what we keep hearing. So a servant leadership principle, which I recognize, like I said, is Starship, and I would consider integrating this to my own organization. Why? Because if I do this to my own organization, it will hold the organizations in trust for anything and everything to provide that greater good of society. As we could see, we remember these awesome readings from the Bible. We have love, sacrifice, possession, ownership, and relationship. All of these is all together that we go ahead and create one whole difference. And that is why I would consider Starship as an organization. Thank you for your time.